Today we're going to be going through Anthem, but not only that, we're more specifically going to be going through the collector's guide of Anthem, which I've got here, and it's a brilliant little book, especially really helpful if you want to learn how to play the game. Okay, so let's see if we can put this here somewhere where it can be seen. There we go, gotta make sure. Okay, so Anthem. Really good game. Really, I've only had it for like less than a week, and I got this book because I've seen videos on YouTube about the game, and I've heard of it through friends playing it. But I'm like, I don't like. Okay, it's a shooter. It's like an RPG. Not an RPG. Sorry, it's a third-person shooter at the end of the day. But it's got different elements of different games. It's got like, you can team up in squads and. It's just like, and it looks like World of Warcraft as well, but then it's a third person, so it's like, what is it? Okay, so I got the collector's edition guide to help me play this game, or to help me understand it better, is probably the better thing with it. And it's really good because it comes with this little factoid sheets within it, which tells you all about the game. It comes with a limited edition print, which mine's number 10,000 out of 10,200, which I'll show you is somewhere in this book. I use it as a bookmark basically. It's a really nice print and it seems to have disappeared. Oh my gosh, what's going on? There it is. So it's a really nice print, bit of artwork from the game. That's one of the Titans. I actually just recently, nailed him on his own, or on my own rather, which was pretty cool. I was quite pleased about myself. But on the back it's got the number there, 10,200. So it's a limited edition numbered print. What else does it have inside? It has interviews from the developers and the makers of the game. It has obviously the tutorial sort of walkthrough for the entire story mode. We're going to go through this book in a moment. It's got an interview with Henchman Studios because they actually built lifelike, full-sized recreations of the Javelins. And it goes through the development of that. And of course, it's got all the art of Anthem. It's got all the concept artwork and everything that they use to help make the game. I use this as a bookmark, so it's pretty cool. So basically, we're going to go through this book bit by bit. I'm going to show you everything that's in here. So if you haven't bought it yet, or if you're on the fence, should I buy it? Or maybe you can't afford to buy it. Disclaimer now, I'm not going to read this word for word the entire way through. I'm going to recommend you go out and buy it if it's something you're interested in, because it's a really good book. Oh, smells lovely. That's gorgeous. So I really recommend you picking it up because it is a really a nice book. But I'm just going to go through the bulleted points of everything. It's got all the signatures from everybody who worked on the game. It's got both back and front there. There's like 4 pages of signatures from the developers and the designers and the coders and everybody who worked on it. It is really, really good. So it starts off with a foreword. Well, it starts off with an awesome picture first off of here on a double pager. Really nice bit of artwork there, and it's got Anthem going down the side, and then it's got a foreword by the design director Preston Watamanuik, and he talks about his experience creating the game and kind of what the intention was. They started to work on this back in 2013, so this is like 6 years in the making, this game, and it's got some nice cool pictures there. And then a list of contents here. So we're just basically going to go through everything that's contained within it. First off, like when I first started playing the tutorial, I was really confused. I was like, you know, because the tutorial teaches you the mechanics of your suit, how to move, how to shoot, and it kind of gives you a very flimsy backstory of why you're doing what you're doing and the sort of history of the world. And I was just like, I don't really understand, but the first few pages of this book basically goes through the entire history of the world, you know, and why it is that the humans are in these suits. They're called Javelins, and the pilot is called a Freelancer, you know. So it's like, it tells you everything, the modern era all the way through. I bought my game with the Legion of Dawn expansion pack. It came with it, so I got a lot of content that wasn't in the starter pack, as it were. The first thing it talks about in this book is the Javelins. Okay, the Javelins are them suits that you wear, okay, like Iron Man. And there's 4 different types of Javelins. You'll start off with the Ranger, okay? So if you buy the starter pack, you're going to start off with the Ranger. I myself bought the additional pack, the DLC pack, and I have access to the Interceptor, which is a fast-moving ninja-like javelin. So I use the Interceptor's javelin now, which is this one here, and it's pretty cool. And as you play through the tutorial, you're unlocking bits and pieces of the game, so you'll unlock the ability to change the look and design of your javelin. But I'm just going to go through. It does actually describe in great detail every single aspect about the different javelins, like the pros and cons for both. I'm not going to go reading through every single one right now because I think it'd be a bit boring, but I will read the Ranger one. I'll read through exactly what it says here about the Ranger, because it has quite a lot of information that will help you in the game. And then maybe in the next video I'll read through the Storm and then the Colossus one, and then the Interceptor. So each of the Javelins, they've got very distinct features, skills and uses, and they perform a very different role. And you're going to find that eventually in the story, as you progress through it, you're going to need a particular Javelin over another particular Javelin in order to complete the mission. So you might find that you're actually going to be using all 4 Javelins at some point in the game, you know, not like all at once, but like you're going to, you know, go through each javelin in turn. But what it says for the Ranger here, it says the Ranger is your starting javelin and is a jack of all trades choice. Its versatility makes it ideal as a starting javelin while you get used to the world. As the second most agile javelin, the Ranger can dash and barrel roll, which helps avoid attacks that lock on. It also has shields to absorb some incoming damage. Once depleted, the shields regenerate if the Ranger avoids taking damage for a short time. Offensively, the Ranger has access to a variety of weapons, making it an exceptional combatant at both short and long range, using a mixture of special grenades. The Ranger can help control the battlefield when facing large groups of enemies. The Ranger may also contribute to a team's defensive or offensive abilities, depending on which support module they install. And of course, it goes on to say what these support modules are. And it also tells you what your abilities are. Now, every single Javelin has one ultimate ability, okay? And they're different per Javelin. And then they have 2 other moves, as it were. There is a attack and a defense, okay? You also get 2 weapons. Now, your attack and defense are basically, like in some Javelins, they can be grenades. You know, they can be different types of grenades. Or they can be assault launching missiles, you know, and different versions of that as well. So you'll have 2 abilities, your attack and your defense. You'll have 2 weapon loadouts that you can use, and then you'll have your ultimate ability, okay? It talks about your Ranger's abilities. In the Ranger, you get assault launchers. A powerful weapon attached to the Javelin's arm, the assault launcher comes in a variety of types. All of these types fire once and then go back into a cooldown period with the exception of the spark beam before they can be fired again. The spark beam can avoid the cooldown period as long as you pause firing before fully draining its power. And then the grenades, the design of the grenade has always been simple but effective. Create an explosive device, lob it at a group of enemies. The Ranger's grenades are no exception, but offer explosive choices depending on the situation and your playstyle. Once you toss a grenade, the ability enters a brief cooldown period before you can use it again. Now it tells you all about the different types of launchers and grenades, which I won't go into full detail on what each of them are, but it does list them in this book. Again, it does this for every single Javelin, because they're all different. Your ultimate move, as it were, your ultimate primary weapon, as it were, on the suit, is these micro missiles. I mean, basically, I get the feeling that your Javelin for the Ranger is basically Iron Man. You know, you have them little missiles that shoot out like the Jericho missile, and you, I mean, basically you are Iron Man if you choose to be the Ranger, and in fact you look a lot like Iron Man as well, to be fair. Because you can fly. So it starts off talking about the Javelins. That's Colossus and Storm and the Interceptor, which is the one I personally use. So in the next video, we're going to perhaps talk a bit more on the next Javelin, which will be Storm. And then in the next video after that, Colossus, and so forth. So once it talks about your Javelins, it then goes on to talking about how you can customize your Javelins. Once you unlock the story mode, you can actually define the color of your Javelin, okay? And it's quite good because not only can you give it a color, but you can give it a texture as well. So you can give it a nylon look, a cloth look, or a metal look. And then you can colorize each of these. And it's really pretty cool. And it tells you little tidbits as well on customizing your Javelin. Then the book goes into detail, which it has a full length pull out there like that. And it talks about the making of the real world Javelins, the ones that they did in real life, and it has pictures of the full size versions that they made, which are pretty cool, you know. It interviews the Henchman Studio people who actually designed them, and it has these pictures here as well of them making these full-length suits for these Javelins that they created, and it's really quite interesting to read that. I really would recommend even picking it up just to see these behind-the-scenes pictures of these full-size creation suits they did, because they really are quite nice. And then the next section goes on about Fort Tarsis. Now, Fort Tarsis is basically your home base, okay? Your headquarters, your head office, your home, you know, where you live. And it's got a full map as well of that whole area. Now, at first, when you first begin the game and you go through the tutorial, you only have a small part that is unlocked. But as you progress through the tutorial missions, it unlocks more of Fort Tarsis. And Fort Tarsis is kind of split up into 4 very different sections, okay? You've got your Javelin section, right, where, I don't know if you can see it. In fact, if I spin the camera around, we can actually go find where the Javelin is. So here, this is one part of the of Fort Tarsis, and it's where the Javelin is kept when you're not using it, okay? It stood there ready to be used, ready to go on an expedition. If I quite literally walked around here, if I can get round here, and went up to it, I could start an expedition like that. So that's the one that I made. I customized the look and style and the texturing of all the different elements. But not only that, you can also add components like missiles and different weapon loadouts to it, which I'll explain in a second. That's the one area of Fort Tarsis, which this is Fort Tarsis, by the way, this whole area. Kind of reminds me of The Matrix. I was watching The Matrix today, And this game really reminds me of the Matrix. You know, this is like the real world, you know, and then going in that Javelin suit is like going into the Matrix. Another area of the of this whole Fort Tarsis is something called the Forge, which you can activate by going to this console here. Activate the Forge. Now, the Forge basically is just an area where you can sculpt your javelin to look the way you want. You can add the textures, you can add the colors. That's basically it, you know. It's nothing massive, it's nothing major. You'll probably visit it maybe once in the tutorial, and then you'll go back to it quite regular, because it's also a place where you put the different loadouts. In fact, might as well activate it, might as well go into it now. It's basically where you're going to add all the components to your Javelin to make it a badass piece of machinery. At the top there is the appearance tab. So here I can basically choose like even animations, you know, like waving to people and stuff like that. The wear state of everything. So how worn are the materials, you know. You can put the paint job on, and of course, you know, here you define the different aspects of your whole suit, and that's the appearance of it. That's just the look of it. Then you've got the loadout of it. You've got all the different weapons. So you've got your assault system, you know, which we talked about, your attack weapon. You've got your support system, which is your defensive weapon. You've got your strike system, which I believe is your ultimate combo move, as it were. And then the two weapons that you can carry, and the components are add-ons that you can add to your suit to help you, like increased health or increased shields or more stamina, stuff like that, to help you within the game. Obviously, at the beginning of the game, like you can see, it's locked, and then you have to unlock everything throughout the game. And that's basically it. That's all this is. The Forge is just these two tabs. You know, what your Javelin looks like and how your Javelin can perform in combat. And you'll probably come back here just before a mission to customize your Javelin per mission. You know, like, oh, we're going up against a big boy now, let's bring the big guns out. So that's the Forge. So you've got the Javelin, the Forge. There's another two areas as well. There's the Vault, which I can't really show you right now because you have to go somewhere in here, and I think it's a bit of a to-do to get there. But I think it's through here. I'm not really sure, to be fair. But yeah, it's a bit of a to-do to get to it. But it's called the Vault, and it's basically your piggy bank where you store all your collectibles that you've picked up during any mission or any contract. You might pick up weapons or elements like crystals or minerals, you know, that you're going to use to forge things together, to craft new weapons. All that is stored in your piggy bank, the Vault. And then the fourth section of this Fort Tarsis is kind of a part one and a part two. It's the stores. You know, it's where you go and purchase new abilities, where you purchase new items that you can then put on the loadout of your Javelin, and that's the vanity store and the regulator store. You can also buy textures there to make it look better, or put paint decals on, you know, and customize your squad's sort of color as well. And that's somewhere in this Fort Tarsis. It's like an underground marketplace. It kind of reminds me of Demolition Man as well, living in the sewers, you know. And down here, down this corridor here, is where you'll find the next bit that we're going to be talking about. I just want to show you the ciphers for starters, because it really does remind me of the Matrix. Look at this. Now this dude here is called a cipher, okay? And a cipher is a non-playable character in the game who will give you missions, and that's basically it. And they control, or they talk to you through your Javelin. So they're basically Jarvis for Iron Man, okay? So the other people in this Fort Tarsis area are the non-playable characters. they're the other aspect of Fort Tarsis. And there's 4 different types of non-playable characters who will help you in your missions, but not only that, but give you missions as well. So you have, let me see here, Freelancers, you have Anarchists, Sentinels, and the Ciphers, the 4 different types of people who will give you contracts, give you objectives, give you your missions in the story mode, and online as well. Because there's 2 aspects of this game. There's the online section, and then there's the offline section. So it kind of, if you've got the online version of your console, it'll automatically put you in as an online game, and you have to say, no, actually, I want to play this privately, I don't want to go online, and you have to sort of deactivate the online bit and go offline. If you don't have the online, like if you haven't got PlayStation Plus or the Xbox Game Pass or whatever, you won't be able to go online. If you haven't got the gold membership, sorry, for Xbox or the PlayStation Plus, you won't be able to go online anyway. So it's an offline game straight away out the box. The next bit of this manual talks about the forge, like we've just said, and how you can craft different materials of your javelin. And that's kind of where I'm up to reading. But moving further, it then goes on to talk about your expeditions, okay? And it's got a cool 2-pager right there. And this really details now every aspect of the tutorials and the missions and the story mode that you're going to go on to play. There's basically 5 different types of story mode, or different aspects of this gameplay. So the first one is critical objectives. You're going to get given critical objectives, and that's basically your main story. And I really recommend going through that, because you're going to level up your Javelin pilot, your freelancer as it were. You're going to level them up as you play through the story. So by the time you then go play with your friends online, you're going to be a pretty good badass. So really burn through them stories. The other aspects of your main missions are quests and contracts, and you'll get given them to you by agents. So your agents are like the Sentinels that I described, the Anarchists, the Freelancers, the Ciphers. They'll all come to you and say, hey, I got a mission for you, mate. Here you go, and then you'll go on that mission. And that's all it is the contracts and the quests are just missions. And it's the same as strongholds. These are kind of like challenges, though. These are like achievements to get, but they're really tough, and they're really recommended doing in groups. So when you do it with your buddies, because it makes it easier, and you all share the prize. Plus, if you do it in the difficulty mode that's the highest, you'll get better things given to you, better rewards. You know, you'll mine more rare stuff rather than the common stuff, you know. If you've got it in easy mode, you'll probably just find that you're picking up all common items everywhere you go. When you loot the crates, you're just going to find common stuff. If you put the difficulty mode in the highest, you're going to start looting all the rare stuff when you achieve them. So it is kind of worth it just playing this in difficulty mode at the highest level anyway. But then strongholds are challenges. Then, of course, you've got your 5th type of expeditions, which is your free play. And that's basically where you just go into the map, which it has a lovely little map here, right there. And you basically can go anywhere, do anything. You're online with your friends or in a squad, and you can just come across random events and see what happens, you know. And they're kind of fun, because you never know what you're going to find when you do free play. So when you boot up the game, once you've done the tutorials, you're either going to go into free play, or you're going to continue with the expeditions of either quests or contracts. Then the book goes on to talk about your squad and how you can play with your friends, you know, how you can link up with other people. And it goes through all the consumables as well, that you can achieve or that you can go and grab. And it's got a full list of them there. I say, this book is really good in telling you not only what rewards are available in this game, but where they are as well. And it has a list of the different factions. So you've got the Sentinel faction, the Anarchist, and the Freelancer factions. It also tells you the loyalty title and how much reputation you'll get within for unlocking different blueprints, which we'll talk about in a bit. So the next bit of the book goes through, which is the main section of the book, as you can imagine. It's the entire story mode from the first tutorial mission you'll go on, called the Heart of Rage, all the way through to the very end when you have the last mission, and that one's called Imposter, which I won't spoil by showing anything, but this is basically what it looks like. I'll hold this up here. You got your starting page here, and it's really good in the fact that it tells you when you start a mission, it tells you where you're going to start. So in the first tutorial, you're going to start on the high road. It tells you who you're speaking to. In this instance, it's Faye the Cypher. And what prerequisites do you need to have in order to complete this mission? Obviously, the first tutorial, you don't need any prerequisite. But in future ones, it'll say, like, you need to complete this particular mission or objective or expedition in order to even try and achieve this. And then it tells you your main objectives, which is, in this case, rejoin your team. It tells you the enemies you're going to come across, gives you a description of that, and it gives you a list of rewards that you're going to gain. So if we just pick one of these at random, one of these missions, which is blah, 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 Convergence. Okay, this is a mission in the future. I haven't done this. I'm trying to keep my page there. There we go. So this one's called Convergence, right? And it gives you a big, nice, beautiful map of the entire area that you need, that you can utilize for this. You're going to start in the East Gate, and it's through the Cypher Faye again. And your prerequisite for this mission is you have to have completed the Inverse Functions mission. The main objective for this one is you're going to track down Sumner and the Manifold. You're going to come across scars and the different versions of the scars. You're going to come across elementals and the different versions of the elementals. You're going to come across lesser Ash Titan, and you're going to come across brutes. But your reward for completing this mission is you're going to get pistol, heavy weapons, shotgun, sniper, and probably a load of minerals as well. So it's pretty cool, this book, and it tells you not only how to do the mission, you know, like the best way to complete it if you're stuck on something, but it just tells you what to expect, you know, what you're going to get from it. So that's pretty cool, you know. Then after the tutorial section, it goes through all the different contracts that are available. Okay, so it's got a full list of every contract that you can do, every expedition. You know, every quest is detailed here, and they're really nice. I know you can't read this, but I don't really. Yeah, I'm not here to read it out. Okay, that's not what this is. This is just a showcase of everything. I mean, go out and buy it if you really like the game. Go out and buy the book because it is really good. You know. Ooh, there we go. So going through it. Talks about all the people you're going to talk to and what quests, expeditions, and contracts each different person will give you. So here's Yarrow, and it tells you every... Let me move that because I keep knocking it. And it tells you every quest and expedition and every objective you're going to get with that person. And not only that, when you get to the free play mode, you have the map of the entire area for free play, which is then detailed with all the names. You have all the regions highly detailed as well with these smaller maps with all these icons dotted about, so you know exactly where you're going to be at any given point. And look at that. Every region is mapped out here. So it's really detailed, these maps are. And this is the best bit. This is what I think is worth it alone, is it tells you every single collectible in the game, right? Every collectible and the location of that collectible. It tells you where to find all the loot, Okay, it tells you all the legendary loot, all the epic loot. It tells you all the achievements that you can get for each of the regions. Okay, it tells you how to achieve them as well. It goes through all the strongholds. Okay, which I just think is awesome. Showing you where they are, detailing what rewards you're going to get, what enemies you're going to come across. I mean, it's just overwhelming, the information it gives you. It gives you a list of all the weapons that are available in this game. It details not only the weapons, but it tells you how big the clip size each weapon is and how many rounds per minute it can do, so you can then choose, oh, this gun is going to be really good. Like, for instance, the Cloudburst autocannon has 1,800 rounds per minute and a clip size of 200. And that sounds really good. So it's like, I'll aim to get that gun now because I know it's a really good one. It also tells you how to craft the weapons. It has even got a crafting table, where I can find it. It has a crafting table telling you what all the elements you need for each of the weapons or the components for your javelin, so if you wanted to craft together, like for instance shotgun ammo, you need 20 chimeric compounds and 20 chimeric alloys, and 5 embers, and it's a uncommon, rare and epic varieties that you need. So it's got all the blueprints basically for every combination. It also goes through every Javelin's gear loadout and tells you what is the best gear loadout to have. It tells you all the statistics about each component as well. I mean, this is it's really, really good. I think in the future what I'll do is that when I do a video, I'll talk a little bit more about this book, because there's just so much information in it to do in one video. It's like impossible. I'll be here for hours, The next section it goes on to is talk about all the enemies. So it details all the enemies, where they're found, how they attack with, and the best way to take them down as well. So, I mean, some would say, oh, well, this is taking all the fun out of the game because, like, everything now. And it's like, well, yes, but you then still have to actually physically do it. You have to physically go and do all these, all the challenges and all the quests. You still have to physically play the game. You might know where and how, but the actual doing it, you have to do that, and that's the fun bit as well. It lists all the challenges as well. Look at that, every single challenge within the game and what you'll get for completing each challenge. All the agent missions and all the critical mission challenges, and then all the javelin challenges. Even all the weapon challenges are in here. All the feats that you'll need to achieve, and all the achievements as well. Every achievement is in this book. So if you want the incursion achievement, you need to complete the incursion, And then the final bit of the book, which I'll briefly go over, is the art of Anthem. It's the art of the game. And it goes through all the concept artwork that was created. So you can see like an original vision that they had for this game. You kind of see where the origin of it all came from and what they really were trying to achieve, with this game. It's really pretty cool. As I say, it's a real good book. I recommend going to get it, and it's so super helpful when you're playing the game, which we're going to do right now. So for those of you who were like, well, I don't know what anything is, so this dude is Yarrow, right? And he will give you, there's the map to the world, and he will give you missions and quests and stuff like that. There is another person around here somewhere. There they are. These two talking, they will also give you missions. I think it's him, is it? Or her. Somebody around here will also give you quests and missions. Here he is, that dude there. He will give you achievements to do as well. Yeah, oh no, there they are. It's them two there. That's the two people I was talking about. This dude here, he will give you contracts, and she will give you quests as well. Let's go back outside, and we'll try and find the vault area. The vault area is basically where you're going to be playing with other people online. I believe. I don't think it's through. Is it through here? Oh, hang on. I haven't been up here yet. This is the first time I've been up here. So I don't know what to expect, actually. I don't recognize this. I haven't been up here yet. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I guess this is just a bit more of that palace. Let's go down because it ain't up here. That was a bit weird. There's my javelin. I think it must be beyond the javelin then. It ain't the forge. Every time you talk to somebody, by the way, you're gonna go into. Well, maybe it's here. No, that's just that's kind of like the forge. That's like a visual representation of the forge. Where is this marketplace? Is this it? Vault. There you go. So you open your vault up here, and you've got your weapon loadouts, components. I'm the interceptor. I've used that. So there's everything basically, and even crafting. So you can use these items here to craft certain things. Uncommon ember there. You can use that to and then you got your junk. Is it? No, can't access the junk. There we go. Exit out of that. I guess the online bit is available once you get in your javelin. I guess once you head into this sucker, you can go on an expedition. So look at that. How tight is that in there? Oh god. If you're claustrophobic, this game ain't for you. Because that bit there. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do a little bit of free play now, okay? Free play cannot be played privately. I don't know how you set the privacy level. I think it might be on the next section. So if I was to click on that, yeah, there we go. Oh gosh, where is it? Go down. Where you can invite players. I don't know how you change that to... It says free play now. Well, I didn't say free play. I said that one at the top. Oh, I see. Sorry, change mission, strongholds, or a random mission, or random... Okay, that's a tracked mission. Okay. So... Right, okay. So, yeah, selecting your difficulty level. Game mode. Yep. Selecting your difficulty level means you're going to get better shit, basically. So, obviously you have to unlock all this stuff here. So, if we set this to hard, you're going to get... I mean, I find it hard on the normal difficulty level, to be honest. But, there you go. Pilot level 25 plus. Masterwork weapons are available. Yeah, it's... You unlock things. There you go. Level 30, that's where the fun begins. And then you can start the expedition. And basically now it's going to connect us to the online, and it's going to perhaps even put us with a couple of other people at the same time, and they're going to be going through it as well. But I really recommend getting this book. I really recommend it. It's really super helpful. It helps me understand the game better to the point where I could enjoy it. Whereas I think without it, and you're going through the tutorial bits, you're like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I don't understand why I'm having to do this. You just do it because you're being told to do it. Now with that book, I understand the whole backstory. I understand the world and why we wear these javelin suits, and what we're aiming to do in this world. It's a more fleshed out game with the information from this guide. I haven't actually read through the tutorial missions or objectives. I haven't read through them at all. I've just gone and done them. So, but I know that they're there if I need them as a reference guide. So, but I probably will use it for the collectibles because I want to find all the collectibles. So I'll probably go, right, I'm looking for this collectible, and then I go off and look for it, you know. I've yet to use it for that reason, though. I've been reading it myself, and I've only gotten up to the customizing your javelin section of the book. So I haven't even gotten to that collectibles bit yet. So we're going to do a little bit of free play in this video, and then we're going to leave it. And if anybody wants me to read a particular part of this book, if you need help on something, you need help finding something, let me know in the comment section below. And I will then do a video specifically around what you're asking, okay? So fire at will with anything you need help with. All the answers for the game are in this book. So guys, I can help you out with anything you want. So here we go. Oh hello, look at that. I've landed right on a dude. So this is another freelancer here. He's another online dude at the moment. I don't even know if he can hear me, to be fair. He might be able to hear me what I say, but I don't know. So let's just head off somewhere. We'll head over here. Literally anywhere you land, there's going to be people who are going to come after you and kill you. Or there's going to be monsters like that straight away. I mean, look at that. Oh, straight away. There we go. Killed. There's always somebody after you. There's always something about to attack you. Literally, you know, you kill something from the front, and then suddenly from the back, something's after you. You've really got to watch your ass in this game. But saying that, though, you've really got to explore everywhere, because see here, like up here, wasn't really visible from down there. Do you know what I mean? But if I go up here, who knows what I'm going to find? Like, just by literally looking at this rock face here, I could have found something there. It's like there's collectibles everywhere. Look at this dude here. Another cool thing with your javelin is you get given animations. So I can wave to people, you know, I can clap, and I can throw a light. And there are my 3 animations, you know. So if I wanted people to follow me for whatever reason, oh hello, there's a box down there. So these are the kind of things we're looking for here. These boxes. No, it's not. I thought it was. Sorry, they look exactly like that. They're boxes on the ground. And they're the kind of things we're looking for. I did see some of them. That's it. That's it. I passed over it when I flew to that box. There it is. And they're basically chests that you loot. There's other things like this, which are organic plants that you go around, like ET collecting, you know. And you want to collect them, and you want to collect any crystals you see. Basically, anything you can try and get hold of, just grab it, you know? Thank God for flight, eh? Because I'm an interceptor, I can do the old triple jump in the air, like that. So I can really climb places that other javelins won't be able to get to. Which means I have an advantage of seeing things that some people can't. So, I don't know if this light is anything. It usually does mean it, but not in this case. I guess it's nothing in this case. See, there's an animal down there, and it's worth sometimes going to kill these creatures, because they might leave things behind sometimes. So it's worth trying to kill these creatures. Oh, I need to get him over here. Because we've got these mine things here that I've laid by. These are proximity mines. So if I can get him to walk past here, like come and get me, he'll step on and blow them up, which they've just done. Oh my gosh. Right, I think it's time to go into ninja mode. Let's go ninja. Oh, I can't, man. I'm on a cooldown period. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. We're gonna die here. He's a full length. He's a full health dude here. Right, here we go. Ninja mode. This is where we go badass on him. Whoa. And sometimes when they die, they give out things. They release things, you know? So it's worth killing some creature sometimes. Oh, did I kill the other one as well? Oh, there we go. But yeah, they didn't give us anything at that time. So the reason we wear these javelin suits here, these javelins as they're called, is basically because of the world we live in. In this world, and it's not clear if it is Earth or not, but the world is that hospitable, as you can see, with the elements of the wind, the rain, the fire, and the landscape itself. Like, it's so mountainous and hilly that a human being just couldn't survive in this world. So mankind created these suits for us to wear. And all we basically are meant to be going out and mining things. It's going out and collecting, you know, herbs and stuff from plants, you know, and just looting this whole planet. But then because of the planet and the creatures that are on it, kind of like that film Evolution, when, you know, it creates this world from the meteorite, and then it's full of creatures that start attacking people. There's creatures that will attack you in this game, just like, literally, if I stood here, within 2 minutes, I've got creatures on me, you know, trying to kill me. And they usually are hanging around where there's something to defend. Like that up there, there's something to defend up there. I want to get whatever they're up there. Right, let's go up there.
I've got reports of outlaw gangs in this area.
Here.
Don't you think?
If once I kill these dudes, there's 2 things here I can harvest. As well as, oh, see, I've blown that up now. Don't think I'll actually get that, because I've blown it up. A lot of the time when they die, they drop health and ammo that you can collect. See, like that. I go and collect that now, and sort of, it helps me to, right, somebody's actually attacking me now. Here we are. Well, there's a dude over there that's like a thingy. So those 2 items that I wanted are gone now. They've bloody been destroyed. That's no good. What's that? I can wave this dude here. He's on a mission. He's trying to follow that. Somebody's trying to shoot me. Outlaws everywhere. Here we go. Harvest this. Boom. Thank you very much. And that's basically what the idea of the game is. You go around harvesting crops and minerals and killing these people, and then getting the stuff that they drop. And that's the name of the game, baby. That's all this game is about. Right, now I've got to disappear here because I'm going to die. That's it. See, I've died now. But the thing about it is, you never truly die because you're in this Ecto suit. So I could sit here now, I could wait. And if there is a person in this area, an actual player who's in this area, they can come over and they can help repair me. And my suit, see, my suit is still there. I'm still here. And if there's anybody in the area, like that dude there, could come over and help me, chances are he won't, so I'll just respawn back into the game. But if I waited long enough, he may come over and help me. So the good thing about having the online version is that the game is always live and dynamic and ever changing, and you literally just go in and just anything can happen. It's like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? But I've not tried the offline version of this, so I don't know what it's kind of like. But you literally will always start here, overlooking this very, very hospitable world, and that's the reason why you're in this ecto suit, is because this world is just, you can't live in it as a human being. You know, the world is so full of mountains, and you know, there's no flat land pretty much, that you need this suit to just traverse around the land. But also you've got the elements of the world, you know, the wind, the rain, the fire, the frozen, and just everything, you know. And so these suits are basically how you get around, you know, how you manage to survive in this world. And all you got to do is go around collecting plants and collecting minerals, and that's really it. But you know, the nature of this planet is that there are creatures everywhere, and no matter where you land, see, there you go, there's creatures never far away from you that you've got to defend yourself against, because they're going to come after you and they're going to kill you. And that's why you've got these abilities in this suit. You know, there we go. He's dropped some golden little gems here. So, oh no, hang on, that's my. They're my. I left that. Here we go. We can harvest some stuff there. We got another creature trying to kill me. And so your suit now has all these abilities. You know, come on, dude, come after me. Step over those landmines I've just placed. Oh, he's jumped over them, cheeky bugger. Son of a... And every suit has an ultimate ability, and mine's Ninja Mode. And you turn into Ninja Gaiden and you just kick their ass. And you just go mental. But it lasts for like a minute, 30 seconds, and then it fades. So if you don't use it, you lose it, you know? And that's basically what the game is. Now there's all different types of monsters. Some of them are very small, and some of them are very large, like Titan-sized. You know, and I killed a Titan today single-handedly. Quite proud of that. It took me about 5 minutes. He's a big boy. He's not a Titan, but he's a big boy. I mean, these Titans are bigger than that tree. They're like mega big. The other things that you can loot in this game are little crates. Now, I don't see one here, but they kind of do look a bit like that. And you'd go up to it, and if you can loot it, you can, and then you might find weapons or materials that you could use to craft other weapons. Who knows? But the good thing about this as well is your Javelin can go underwater as well. So not only can you traverse the... oh gosh, we landed right next to a bloody creature, look at that. Bloody hell. Not only can you traverse the land, but if it's deep enough, you can go underwater. And it's another world under there as well. There's something over here. Here we go. Creatures attacking. Ah! He's gonna have me. He's got me. Ah! Shoot him. There we go. And when you kill them, they leave behind little things like armor and actually they were weapons. They were the weapons. But sometimes they leave behind armor. Sometimes they leave behind ammo. Or sometimes they leave behind little gems, you know?
Coming in. Messy. Likely a strider, but hard to pinpoint. Sounded dire.
Now when you're in your suit, your boy, Jarvis, is always trying to send you on a mission. You know, I just kind of like, sometimes I just like to walk around and explore. But he'll always try and send you on something, you know? It's like, he always wants you busy doing something. What we got here? No matter where you go, there's always somebody after you, like this dude here. There's always somebody. Boom, gone. shouldn't have thrown them now, because sometimes it's really hard to see what's going on. Oh, my life. Oh, dude, there's all these. Right, ninja mode. Ninja mode can't happen often, but hopefully it can happen now, because I need it. Oh, dude, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, it's too low health here. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. There we go, get some health. Ah, boom, they got me. And there was just something there as well left, but there you go. Anyway, that's the game. It is pretty cool. It's pretty addictive. And, I mean, you go out and you think, you know what, I'm just going to have a little walk around and just see what's what. No, you end up dying. You end up getting into a full-blown war with something and end up dying, or end up succeeding and going, yeah, and I'll take on the world. So, that's it, basically. Thanks for watching this. In the next video I do, we're just going to go on a hunt and just roam around and see what's what, and just get into stuff, you know, which will be in about 10 minutes. I don't know why I'm looking at that wrist for watches on that one. But in about 10 minutes I'll come back and we'll do another video just looking for, you know, cool stuff, you know. Just wandering around this planet and seeing what's what. Look at this. It's like end of the world stuff, this. It's crazy. It's just, it's nuts. It's gorgeous. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.